Every week, NASCAR puts out a boring list of who broke the rules. This week, one name on that list led to something nobody saw coming: a felony arrest, a seven-year-old victim, and big trouble for 23XI Racing, Michael Jordan's race team. A NASCAR team having its best season ever should be all smiles right now. But for 23XI Racing, the team co-owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, this week brought something nobody saw coming, and it has nothing to do with what happened on the track. It started with a name on a piece of paper. Every week, NASCAR puts out something called a penalty report. It's just a list of people who broke the rules and what punishment they got. Most of the time, it's pretty boring stuff. A crew member here, a fine there. But this week, one name jumped off the page. Her name is Evanna Howell, and she is 35 years old. If you've never heard of her, that's okay. She isn't a driver. She isn't a crew chief. She works behind the scenes. According to her LinkedIn page, Evanna Howell is a senior account manager for 23XI Racing. That's a business job, helping the team with sponsors and partners. And she's not new either. She has been part of the 23XI account team since November 2021. That's over 2 years with the team, working out of their shop in Huntersville, North Carolina. So why is her name suddenly all over the news? Because NASCAR didn't just give her a small fine or a slap on the wrist. NASCAR indefinitely suspended her. Indefinitely is a big word. That just means there's no end date. They didn't say she's out for one race or 1 month. They said she's out, and nobody knows when or if she's coming back. On the penalty report that came out Wednesday, NASCAR listed the reason as a behavioral violation. To be exact, they said she broke Section 4A of the NASCAR rulebook. That's the part of the rules that covers how people are supposed to act. The notice went out from NASCAR's communications team, and right away, people wanted to know what she actually did. And this is where the story gets serious. Really serious. Here's what police say happened. On Saturday, May 23, at about 1:45 p.m., there was an incident at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This was during the big Memorial Day race weekend, just hours before the famous Coca-Cola 600, which ran the next day on Sunday. So the track was busy, with people everywhere getting ready for one of the biggest races of the whole year. According to the police report, Evanna Howell used a golf cart as a weapon. You read that right, a golf cart. Police say she hit a man with it. And not just any man. The person she allegedly hit was 77 years old. Now, golf carts are everywhere at a racetrack. Teams use them, workers use them. They zip around all day long carrying people and equipment. They seem harmless, but a golf cart is still a heavy machine, and police say this one caused real damage. The police report stated that the elderly man suffered a severe laceration. A laceration is just a deep cut, so we're talking about a serious injury to a seven-year-old man. What we still don't know is why. The reports make it clear that it's unclear what led to the crash. Was there an argument, a misunderstanding, or something else? Right now, nobody is saying. We just know police believe it was on purpose, and that's a huge difference. Because of that, the charge against her is no small thing. Evanna Howell was arrested that same day, May 23. The charge is a felony. She was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury. In this case, the deadly weapon they're talking about is the golf cart. The arrest warrant directly says she used a golf cart to assault the seven-year-old man. There's also a small but telling detail buried in the court paperwork. The records noted an update of victims' injuries on bond recommendation for Max. In plain words, that means the court was paying close attention to how badly the man was hurt when they decided how to handle her case. And here's a detail that really stuck with a lot of people. When her mugshot was taken, Evanna Howell was wearing a 23XI Racing hoodie. So the photo that went out to the world showed her in team gear. For a team having such a great year, that's not the kind of picture you want connected to your brand. After the arrest, she didn't stay locked up for long. Court records show she was released from the Cabarrus County Jail on May 26, which was 3 days after the incident. To get out, she had to post a $125,000 bond. That's a lot of money, and it tells you how seriously the court is treating this. This isn't over for her, either. She already had a court appearance on Tuesday, and her next court date is set for June 16. So this story is going to keep going for a while. Now, you might be wondering what 23XI Racing and NASCAR have said about all of this, and the answer is almost nothing. Reporters reached out to both NASCAR and 23XI Racing, asking for more information. As of now, neither one has responded. The team has not put out any statement about the arrest at all. They've stayed completely quiet. And that silence is loud because everything else about 23XI's year has been worth shouting about. On the track, this team is on fire. Their driver, Tyler Reddick, has been the most dominant driver in the entire Cup Series this season. He won the first 3 races of the 2026 season in a row. That's history-making stuff. Then he added 2 more wins on top of that, giving him 5 total. And get this, across the 13 races run so far this year, Reddick is the only driver with more than 2 wins. Nobody else is even close to him in that way. Even the team's co-owner, Denny Hamlin, who is also a driver, is having a strong year. Hamlin sits in second place in the standings. But here's how good Reddick has been. Hamlin is a distant second, 122 points behind his own teammate. That's a massive gap. The rest of the 23XI lineup is in the mix too. Bubba Wallace is running 13th in the standings, and the team's other driver, Riley Herbst, sits 27th. So this is a team firing on all cylinders on the racetrack. While this off-track problem hangs over their heads, there's one more piece that makes this whole thing even bigger. 23XI Racing and NASCAR have a history, and it's not always a friendly one. Before this season even started, 23XI Racing teamed up with another team